The rumor mill is churning, and phones across America are buzzing with worried conversations between family members. Your neighbor might have called you this morning, voice trembling, asking if you heard the news about Social Security being cut. Maybe your daughter texted you a frantic message, or perhaps you saw a headline flash across your television screen that made your heart skip a beat. The truth is, millions of Americans are waking up to confusion and fear about their financial security. And today, we're going to separate fact from fiction once and for all. If this information matters to your future, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to The Golden Money for more essential updates that protect your retirement. The confusion surrounding Social Security cuts stems from very real changes happening right now within the Social Security Administration. But the story is far more complex than the alarming headlines suggest. When we peel back the layers of political rhetoric and media sensationalism, we discover a situation that affects every American who depends on Social Security. Yet the reality is quite different from what many people fear. Let me share with you the story of Margaret, a 73-year-old retired teacher from Ohio. Last month, Margaret tried calling the Social Security Administration to resolve a question about her Medicare enrollment. After being placed on hold for 2 hours, she was finally told that, due to staffing shortages, her issue would need to be handled through their online portal. The problem was, Margaret had never used a computer for government services and felt overwhelmed by the digital requirements. Her experience represents what millions of Americans are facing right now, not because their benefits are being cut, but because the agency responsible for delivering those benefits is undergoing massive changes. The actual situation began with President Trump's executive order aimed at reducing the federal workforce, which has directly impacted the Social Security Administration. The SSA announced plans to eliminate approximately 7,000 jobs, representing about 12% of their total workforce of 57,000 employees. This reduction affects the people who process your applications, answer your phone calls, and help resolve issues with your benefits. But it does not directly cut the benefits themselves. To understand the real impact, consider how Social Security operates like a massive customer service operation. Every month, the agency processes payments for over 72 million Americans, handles new applications for retirement and disability benefits, and manages changes to existing accounts. When you reduce the workforce by 12%, you're essentially asking fewer people to handle the same enormous workload that serves nearly 1 in 4 Americans. The administration has positioned these cuts as efficiency measures, claiming they've identified over $1 billion in cost savings. Through various initiatives including payroll adjustments, technology improvements, and reduced overhead costs. They argue that modernizing systems and eliminating redundancies will actually improve service delivery. However, early reports from remaining Social Security employees paint a different picture of the reality on the ground. Rich Couture, a spokesman for the union representing Social Security workers, reports that more than 2,500 employees have already accepted buyout packages and left the agency. The remaining workers describe feeling overwhelmed as they struggle to maintain service levels with reduced staff. Processing times for new applications are beginning to lengthen. Wait times for phone assistance are increasing, and some local Social Security offices are reducing their hours of operation. For current beneficiaries, the immediate impact on monthly payments has been minimal. If you're already receiving Social Security retirement benefits, your payments should continue, arriving on schedule. The 2.5% cost of living adjustment that took effect in 2025 is still in place, providing an average increase of about $50 per month for most recipients. The fundamental promise of Social Security payments continues to be honored. However, the situation becomes more complicated for people who need services from the Social Security Administration. New applicants for benefits may experience longer wait times for their applications to be processed. People with questions about their accounts may find it harder to reach a representative by phone. Those who need to make changes to their benefits or resolve problems may face delays that could impact their financial planning. The administration has also implemented changes to identity verification procedures that affect how people access their Social Security accounts. Previously, beneficiaries could verify their identity over the phone when calling for assistance. Now, millions of people must use online verification methods, which creates particular challenges for older Americans and people with disabilities, who may not be comfortable with digital technology. Consider the case of Robert, a 68-year-old veteran from rural Tennessee who needed to update his address after moving to be closer to his daughter. In the past, he could have called Social Security and made this change with a simple phone conversation after verifying his identity with personal information. Under the new procedures, Robert must either visit a Social Security office in person, which requires a 40-mile drive to the nearest location, or navigate an online portal that requires creating digital accounts and following multi-step verification processes. The policy changes extend beyond staffing reductions. The administration has also modified how Social Security handles overpayments, which occurs when the agency accidentally pays someone more than they're entitled to receive. Previously, Social Security would recover overpayments by withholding 10% of a person's monthly benefit until the debt was repaid. Under new rules implemented in March, the agency can now withhold 100% of monthly benefits to recover overpayments more quickly. This change particularly affects people who may have unknowingly received overpayments due to administrative errors. Imagine receiving a notice that Social Security overpaid you by $3,000 over the past year due to a calculation error, and now they're going to withhold your entire monthly benefit until that money is recovered. For many seniors living on fixed incomes, losing an entire month's Social Security payment could create severe financial hardship. Despite these operational changes, it's important to understand that Social Security benefit cuts in the traditional sense have not been implemented. The White House has repeatedly stated that the Trump administration will not cut Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid benefits. President Trump himself has made this promise multiple times throughout his political career, and administration officials continue to emphasize their commitment to protecting these programs. The distinction between cutting benefits and reducing the agency's ability to deliver those benefits is crucial, but often overlooked in public discussions. Your monthly Social Security payment amount is not being reduced, but your ability to get help when you need it, resolve problems with your account, or navigate changes to your benefits may be significantly impacted by the reduced workforce and policy changes. Looking toward the future, several factors will determine how these changes ultimately affect Social Security recipients. The agency's ability to adapt to reduced staffing levels while maintaining service quality will be critical. Investments in technology and automation may help offset some of the impact of workforce reductions, but these improvements take time to implement effectively. The experience of other government agencies that have undergone similar workforce reductions provides some insight into potential outcomes. When agencies reduce staff significantly while maintaining the same service responsibilities, the typical result is longer processing times, reduced customer service availability, and increased reliance on digital services that may not be accessible to all users. For Americans planning their retirement or currently receiving Social Security benefits, the key is staying informed about these changes and understanding how they might affect your personal situation. If you're approaching retirement age, consider applying for benefits earlier in the process than you might have in the past to account for potential processing delays. If you're currently receiving benefits, familiarize yourself with online account management tools so you can handle routine tasks without needing to call or visit an office. The most important information for your future financial security is this. While the Social Security Administration is undergoing significant changes that may affect how you interact with the agency, your earned Social Security benefits remain protected under current law. The monthly payments you've worked decades to earn are still being distributed. The cost of living adjustments continue to be applied, and the fundamental structure of the Social Security system remains intact.